And welcome back. Well, this is National Hair Loss Awareness Month, and findings show 54% of guys are concerned with losing their hair. 32% will experience hair loss by age 35. Celebrity grooming expert Diana Schmidtke has some tips and tricks for this issue. Good morning to you, Diana.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. You know, I think for men and women, thinning hair, losing hair is a really sensitive issue. So where do we start with the topic? Is it starting when it begins to thin, or is it just having the knowledge that in your family you've got some sort of potential for it?
Well, you bring up a lot of interesting points. The first one being that you are correct. It is a sensitive issue for both men and women. As far as when to start, the really important thing to keep in mind if you're experiencing hair loss or thinning hair is that you need to begin treatment at the first sight of thinning hair. So you don't want to wait until it's too late or a really severe case. And the good news here is that the conversation on thinning is changing. Certainly with men's grooming, I'm seeing a lot more comedy come into play. And I find that with comedy on issues that are sensitive, it really allows guys to open up a lot more. So, for example, Saturday Night Live just did this hilarious skit where they talk about how no guy wants to be the bald guy in the fraternity house. And really, oh, it's so funny. And so that conversation is changing, and this is great news because, I mean, certainly for me, I partnered with Rogaine, Men's Rogaine, to help further get that message out there that, hey guys, it's okay. As a men's expert, this is something I deal with every single day, and you know, you're not alone, and the good news is there's things that you can do about it. So I don't blame them. I mean, being that nearly 80% of guys feel that hair is the most important feature when it comes to their own personal appearance, it really makes sense to me that this is an issue, but it needs to be discussed. And so the good news is that there are things that you can do about it. And, you know, back to that comedy portion of things, don't just take my word for it. Men's Rogaine actually partnered with YouTube influencers recently where they sponsor these videos. The first one is by FouseyTube, and he actually talks about what it's like dating and specifically what women think of a bald guy. And then secondly, and it's a most hilarious, it's certainly my favorite video, it's for Barstool Sports, and it's called The Bald Wingman. And it's a video that's just meant to be hilarious and humorous and lighthearted, and just to really give guys that extra little push that it's okay to have this conversation. Because again, as long as you start treatment, I definitely recommend Rogaine, Men's Rogaine foam. So you want to start treatment immediately. So that's going to help you save the hair that you have. And being that in clinical studies, 9 out of 10 guys had great results and experienced regrowth, those are pretty great statistics. So it's certainly something for men to consider.
I think that's very true, and especially like you said, the statistics are showing success with that. But there are some tips that you have that you can do in terms of just styling as well. And I think something that really sort of stuck out to me is the products that you use, because I do think of, you know, guys using kind of gels and things like that to sort of shape their hair, but that's not always the best idea because it can make it look thinner, right? What should you use?
So you're correct. It can actually make the hair appear thinner because they're high shine products. So you always want to go for products that have a matte finish. Those titles of those products are paste, putty, clay, volumizing shampoo, and also a dry shampoo. Those are all matte finish products that will actually help the hair appear to be thicker. So that's something that guys are really interested in.
I think it's great. Where can we go for more information, Diana?
For more information, you can go to Rogaine.com, and then also if you want to view the videos that I mentioned, they're available on YouTube and also on the Men's Rogaine Facebook page.
Love it. I think comedy always helps with everything. Thanks for joining us.
I do too. Nice meeting you. Thank you for having me.
You as well.